Have you ever met someone so young yet so influential that their mere presence gives off the vibes of a child prodigy? Well, get ready to meet a 12-year-old kid who single-handedly ended child labor. But before we begin, make sure to like this video to inspire others. And be warned, you will need some tissues for this one. Here are the top 10 signs that a child is a social activist. Number 10. Born into poverty. If you think about it, most activists come from humble beginnings. We're not saying that they weren't born into wealth, but rather that they were born into struggle, which led them to speak out against poverty, war, inequality, and more. That's why when Craig was only 12 years old and learned about child labor, he knew he had to do something about it. He grew up in a nice neighborhood and went to a private school where his dad worked as a criminal defense lawyer and his mom worked as an educational psychologist. However, he soon realized that even though he was surrounded by love, there were still many children in the world who didn't have it so good. I grew up very aware of global issues, Craig told the Huffington Post. My parents always encouraged my sister and me to stand up for what we believe in. After watching a television documentary about kids working in a Pakistani brick factory, Craig felt a fire ignite within him. He couldn't bear the thought of children being exploited and decided to take matters into his own hands. Number 9. He started an organization at age 12. Craig might just be the youngest activist to ever make a real difference. When he was just 12 years old, he founded an organization called Free the Children. It all started when Craig wrote a letter to his local member of parliament, asking him to support a Canadian sponsorship program. However, he never received a reply. So Craig took matters into his own hands and decided to start his own organization. Now known as We Charity, Free the Children has empowered millions of youth across the globe to make a difference in the lives of others. Craig became so successful that even politicians were coming to him for advice. One day, Craig got a call from then Prime Minister of Canada, Stephen Harper, who asked him to speak at a national conference. "Here's a kid who's younger than my kids who's doing more than most people twice his age," the Prime Minister said after meeting Craig. Number 8. He was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. If you ask us, Mahatma Gandhi was an absolute legend. He was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist and political ethicist who employed nonviolent resistance to lead the successful campaign for India's independence from British rule, and in doing so inspired people all over the world. So when Craig was just 13 years old, he decided to meet with Gandhi's grandson, Elaban Gandhi, to learn more about his philosophies. "Mahatma Gandhi taught me that one person can make a difference," Craig told the Huffington Post. He said, "If you want peace, you don't talk about peace, you become peace." Inspired by Gandhi's teachings, Craig continued to fight for peace and equality around the world. In 2012, he helped organize a peace march in Washington, D.C., which drew thousands of people from across the country. "We need to teach our kids that they can make a difference," Craig said. "If you believe in something, no matter how scared you are, you have to stand up for it." Number 7. He's addicted to learning. Do you know anyone who just loves to learn new things? Well, if you do, chances are they're also a bit of a social activist. That's because people who are passionate about learning are also passionate about making the world a better place. They're curious, open-minded, and always eager to help others. These are all traits that are essential for any social activist. Craig is addicted to learning and has read hundreds of books on topics such as social justice, poverty, and education. He's also fluent in several languages, including English, French, Spanish, and Hindi. Craig's thirst for knowledge has taken him all over the world. He's traveled to more than 60 countries, meeting with leaders and activists to learn about their work. "The more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know," Craig says. "There's so much to learn in this world. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface." Number 6. He believes in equality for all. Craig believes that everyone deserves a chance at a decent life, regardless of gender, race, or religion. That's why he's spent so much of his time and energy fighting for the rights of women and girls. "I've seen firsthand the challenges that girls face in many parts of the world," Craig says. They're often denied the opportunity to go to school or to participate in decision-making processes. But girls are the leaders of tomorrow. We need to invest in them and empower them to be the best they can be. Craig's work has already made a big difference in the lives of millions of girls. Thanks to his efforts, more girls than ever before are able to access education and health care. I hope to live in a world where every girl has the opportunity to reach her full potential, Craig says. Number 5, he doesn't believe in impossible. Does the word impossible even exist in Craig's dictionary? Probably not. That's because this young activist is all about believing in the power of dreams. According to Craig, anything is possible if you set your mind to it. Of course, there are going to be times when things don't go according to plan. But that's just part of the journey. The important thing is to never give up on your dreams. Craig is living proof that anything is possible. Since founding Free the Children at the age of 12, he has traveled to more than 60 countries, met with world leaders, and inspired millions of people to take action. I believe that every child has the power to make a difference, Craig says. It doesn't matter how old you are or what background you come from. If you have a dream, you should never give up on it. Number 4, he's a role model to kids. If you're looking for a role model, look no further than Craig. This young activist has achieved more than most people twice his age, and he's not afraid to speak out about the issues he cares about. Craig is a true inspiration to kids around the world. He shows them that it's possible to make a difference no matter how young you are. Craig is also a great role model because he's humble and down to earth. Despite all of his accomplishments, he remains humble and remembers where he started. I'm just a regular kid who cares about making the world a better place, Craig says. I don't see myself as a role model, but I'm honored that people look up to me. No. 3. He uses social media to spread awareness. Social media is a powerful tool that can be used to make a real difference in the world. That's what Craig has been doing since he started using social media to raise awareness about the importance of helping others. Craig uses his platform to share stories of kids who are making a difference in their communities. He also uses it to promote his organization's work and to encourage other young people to get involved. Craig's social media posts are always inspiring and uplifting. He never fails to remind his followers that even small acts of kindness can make a big difference. I believe that social media can be a force for good, Craig says. It's important to use it to spread positivity and to uplift others. Number 2, he works tirelessly for his cause. Craig is a firm believer in the power of hard work. He knows that in order to make a real difference in the world, you have to be willing to put in the effort. That's why he works tirelessly to promote his organization's mission and to help as many people as possible. Craig's dedication to his cause is truly inspiring. He never gives up, even when things get tough. I believe that if you really want to make a difference, you have to be prepared to work hard, Craig says. But the hard work is always worth it when you see the impact you're making in the lives of others. Number 1, he inspires us to be better people. When we think of Craig, we think of a young man who is passionate about making the world a better place. He inspires us to be better people and to make a positive impact on the world around us. Craig is a true humanitarian, and we are lucky to have him as an example to look up to. I believe that we all have the ability to make a difference, Craig says. It's important to find something you're passionate about and to work hard to make a positive impact. Craig's words are a reminder that we don't need to be famous or wealthy to make a difference. We just need to be passionate and committed to our goals. Thank you, Craig, for inspiring us to be better people. Have you ever met a child who seems to have a passion for making the world a better place? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video to inspire others. We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, stay tuned for more heartwarming stories about amazing kids. See you soon.